Okay, all the trenches and all the digging is now complete. So from here on out, it's just building. And what you want to build in this case is water flows. So as you see, I have all these pads, these raised platforms set up. There's a grid of trenches. The trenches are 2 blocks wide by 2 blocks deep. And this is so that when mobs they spawn in this area right here. They come walking along, and eventually they'll fall off into the trenches. The trenches will have water, and the currents will take them all to the elevator, which is... I'm totally turned around here. I think it's nighttime, so I don't know where my elevator is. It's right in the middle. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yes, okay. That's where my elevator is. It's right where I was. Wow. Okay, well, now, you can see these platforms, they are 9 by 9. This isn't regulation by any means. I don't know what regulation would be. I think we made one of these on a server, and we did it like 13 by 13, I think, a little larger. In this case, 9 by 9 just worked. It worked well. There is one thing, though, that's kind of screwy, and that is that I did not actually dig this to be a perfect square. Turns out that this length is 25 in this direction, so it's 3 spaces more. So what I did in that case is, and you'll probably be able to see it here, this platform is 9 by 12, and so this whole row right here that I'm standing on is 9 by 12. It's okay. I really am fine with that. I just don't care. It might make making the water currents a little bit more complicated, but not by much. The water current and trench digging system is, or trenching system is important. You kind of don't want a dead volume, so you don't want water flow to stop and then have an empty block and then start again, because mobs can get sort of stuck on that. Etho had a nice solution for that I'll be implementing here as well, and so you'll see that, and links to Etho's video, of course, as well as SC Joiner, that's Steven, for those of you who have seen Infrared's videos and Steven's videos. It's he's also made a system very similar to this, so as well as a few others, but I mostly watch those two, so that's the ones I'm going to link. So, I'm going to go up to the surface now and sort of demonstrate a little bit for how I'm going to be digging these trenches. That's just because it's nicer up on the surface. This is a lot of gray, it's kind of boring, and kind of low light levels. On the surface it'll be looking a little nicer, and it'll be obvious how I'm going to dig these and build the trenches. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do it and show you the finished product. Okay, so see you then. Okay, so here at the surface now, and I'm going to demonstrate making trenches. So, water flowing from trenches. We talked about water in the other Science of Minecraft episode. If you didn't catch that before, oh, you know what? My game music is gonna be way too loud for you guys. So there we go. So, but if you didn't catch that episode before, there's gonna be a link I'm gonna post. Okay, so I just added 2 buckets of water here. It flows backward this way, and it flows that way. Some properties you should know. First of all, signs placed next to water will restrict the flow, so we can make this water only flow in this direction by placing signs here, and so it only flows this way. The problem is that our trenches are very long, so they're longer than this 7 blocks, which is the longest distance that the water can generate. To get around that, you can place this water up 2 blocks high, and essentially dig out a longer distance so that the water then just flows down. The problem is then you have to make your mob spawner in basically a bowl shape, and it's just more difficult to engineer that way. So it'd be nice if you could have it all flat like we have ours. So, in order to continue this current, what you could do is kind of do the same thing and just sort of make signs like that. Oops, infinite pool, hold on. And place water here and here again. And then you see you continue the water current. The problem is here you'd like to have a continuous flow, and you don't when you have this. Mobs will be pushed to here, and then they'll just kind of hang out here for a while. And sometimes they'll go this way and get caught in other streams, sometimes they won't. The other thing is, the reason why we built the trenches 2 blocks deep is because the mobs will jump around and try to get out, and then they will. If you build it 2 blocks deep, they won't be able to get out of the trenches. But if you leave dead space here, they'll just kind of sit there for a while. So we'd like them to continuously move. The cool way to do that is basically this was I guess thought of by Etho. I think he thought of it on his own. I first saw it there, and then we implemented it on the Infrared server. So essentially what you're going to do is, and I might have to play around with this for a second because I don't remember exactly. Okay, it's that. You place stairs underneath the water, and you make sure the water flows, the previous water stream flows into here, and then basically what it does is the previous water stream will flow down here, as a flow this way, go down underneath these signs, and then right up against this next water stream, so that you will not have a dead space at all, but it will be the same level. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So watch it flow, it flows down, and then right into, you see where we've eliminated completely that dead block, and now it has water in it. And if you notice, you can test these out to see if you did it correctly, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in the stream and not press any keys whatsoever. And if you are pushed into the next water stream, you know you did it correctly. So I'm not pushing anything right now, I'm just letting the water currents take me, and you see it took us right over that stairs. So that's the way to do it. You have to get creative when we come to intersections, and I'm just going to go ahead and start building the streams and see what happens down there. Hopefully I won't have too much trouble, but you never know. So that's how we're going to do that. I'm going to need a fair amount of signs. You see you need 2 for every portion that you have here. I need to get rid of some water. I think I can just, toss it in there. Okay. Apparently the infinite spring works both ways. So I need a fair amount of signs, so I'll need to bring some wood down there, and a fair amount of cobblestone steps, but those are not hard to come by because I have a ton of cobblestone from digging out stuff down there. Okay, so I'm going to go down there and build trenches such as these, and you'll see the finished product in the end. I might pause, actually I might stop and record when I'm making an intersection and what I did there. Okay? Alright, see you in a bit.